Thanks so much, Ankita. On Mumbai ke Mangta, we're discussing the latest allegations against BJP President Nitin Gadkari. Yesterday, we saw how the 400 crore rupees demand which he made through a letter for a scam hit dam in Vidarbha. Now we have allegations coming from Vidarbha itself, which say that it is not only for that, but also for serving his own business interests in the region, for which he wrote this letter demanding the huge sum of money to, of course, supply to contractors, but of course raising several allegations and questions against himself. Take a look.
As an activist group working for the farmers who are committing suicide, we are not convinced with the statement of Nitin Gadkari. Moreover, this request are to create the facilities for the water or irrigation for the paddy growers to cultivate the sugar cane for his sugar factories. He shows the vested interest. So the Nitin Gadkari's follow-up for the contractors' payment is really shocking to us.
Did BJP President Nitin Gadkari also have business interests in mind when he wrote the controversial letters to the centre demanding rupees 400 crores be released to contractors for the scam-tainted Gosikhurd dam in Maharashtra? Allegations by Kishore Tiwari, who heads a farmers' advocacy group in Vidarbha and monitors farmers' suicides. Tiwari claims Gadkari, who heads the Purti group, is coming up with the Wainganga sugar and power plant project in Bhandara district. Once the Gosikhurd dam is functional, fields that will supply sugarcane to the plant will get water and be irrigated. Allegations the BJP has denied.
It is ridiculous and far-fetched, absolute ridiculous. If somebody says this, and one more thing I would like to say, if irrigation potential is created, if the farmers have a sugarcane crop, they would be benefited, not Mr. Gadkari.
Tiwari explains the agrarian crisis in Bhandara, Nagpur and Chandrapur districts is not as severe as it is in the rest of Vidarbha. The Congress too asks, why hasn't Gadkari batted for development projects in other areas?
तो आखिर ये इंटरेस्ट इतना क्यों है? कोई न कोई कारण होना चाहिए, कोई न कोई रिश्ता होना चाहिए, और अगर विकास की योजनाओं से उनका बड़ा संबंध था तो 10-20 चिट्ठियां दूसरी दिखा दें जो उन्होंने विकास के दूसरे कामों के लिए कभी लिखी हो मंत्रियों। इसके अलावा कोई चिट्ठी नहीं। इसलिए चिट्ठी क्या चिट्ठियां नहीं है, इसलिए मन में अनेक तरह के ये संदेह पैदा होते हैं।
Questions that have put Nitin Gadkari now in a spot.
Joining us to debate all of this, we have Jitendra Awad from the NCP, Shaina NC from the BJP, and Mayank Gandhi from India Against Corruption. Let me start with you, Mayank. The allegations are serious, and given the fact that this project, the Wainganga Sugar Mills and Power Plant project in Bhandara, needs about 2 lakh tons of sugarcane every year to produce 20,000 tons of sugar, aren't these allegations gaining weight given these figures and background?
Tejas, frankly, I have not seen these allegations which you told me. But having heard that and having known the way this entire scam has taken place in conjunction with both the parties, I am not surprised if Nitin Gadkari would have done it so that the water goes to his sugar plant. But personally, I don't know this specifically, so I will not be able to comment on that. But it is likely.
Right, let me take that to Jitendra Awad, because the allegations are similar to what we had yesterday too, when Nitin Gadkari was accused of, batting for his own contractors. Mr. Awad, can you please respond to what we are hearing today, that you have not only, of course, the NCP which was involved in the scam, but also Mr. Gadkari, now the BJP, but not only batting allegedly for contractors, but now for his own business interests in the area itself?
See, now you can allege anything against Gadkari. I am nobody to comment or defend upon it. But the basic thing that the scam in Maharashtra, there is no scam in Maharashtra. It is just now passing through a media trial. It is not a scam in Maharashtra. And I would like to only point out a sentence of my friend Devendra Fadnavis, that he said that the farmers in that area were going to benefit out of that water which was going to flow through the canals of Gosikhurd. Now this is the same case in other parts of Maharashtra. You cannot have two parameters. You cannot apply two different logic for different dams. If Gosikhurd was for the farmers of man Gadkari took a larger stand for the interest of the farmers, I think then BJP should apply the same stand everywhere. BJP cannot have a separate stand on Gosikhurd and a separate stand on other issues, in irrigation issues in Maharashtra. So basically,
let China respond to that. Let China just quickly respond. China respond to that because Mr. Awad says that this is, you can't have double standards in one project and a double stand another standard for another project in Maharashtra.
Tejas, these are two completely different issues. Let's not correlate them. The debate today, let me first highlight the few points that you're talking about. As a national president, as somebody in the opposition, I think Mr. Gadkari is clearly entitled to write a letter to whoever he chooses to if development is not happening. This constituency, everyone knows, is the part of the constituency from which he belongs. He not only represents the public there, even as a MLC graduate from the constituency, but what has he written? He has said that in the larger interest of the situation in Vidarbha, where you have farmers committing suicide, where you have no irrigation at all, where it is drought prone, where we have seen in a state like Maharashtra, not even 0.1% of Maharashtra being able to have water for farmers. What is the solution? The solution is, if you feel there are contractors who have done wrong, blacklist them immediately. If you feel there's something wrong, have an inquiry immediately. But make sure that development happens in the state. We have seen that what has happened between 99 to 2009, I don't think we need to repeat what Mr. Ajit Pawar has done, the amount, the thousands of crores of projects which have been passed, never completed. Some of them have seen the light of day where the dams have just disappeared. I think it is clearly part and parcel of the opposition to highlight situations, highlight issues, and it's the prerogative of the government. For the last 7 years, we've seen that the centre has not released any funds for completion of any projects. If you feel that there is something wrong happening, blacklist contractors. If you feel that there is something wrong, have an inquiry, but at least deliver, show some political will, which Maharashtra seems to have lost. And let's not even start to talk about the irrigation scam, because the PIL which has been filed by the
on the other side. We'll be back with more news. One short break at this point of time.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time, and Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.